I declare this ceremony open.
請各位就座。Please be seated. 各位來賓，歡迎蒞臨香港理工大學第4屆例學教授席暨第1屆例學青年學者席就職典禮。Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and welcome to the 4th inauguration of Endowed Professorship cum the 1st inauguration of Endowed Young Scholars. 首先恭請本校校長滕錦光教授致辭。To begin, President of our university, Professor Jin Gongteng, we address the assembly.
Council Chairman, distinguished guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the 4th inauguration of Endowed Professorships, as well as the 1st inauguration of Endowed Young Scholars at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, at which we honor and bestow our support to some of the university's leading scholars and researchers. At PolyU, we are committed to excelling in impactful research, helping to create innovative solutions for the world's most pressing challenges. In pursuit of this important goal, we seek the support of community and society. We strive to forge meaningful collaborations with influential partners and donors from industry and the wider society. In this regard, we established the Endowed Professorship scheme in 2012, joining hands with distinguished donors to recognize PolyU's outstanding academics and their remarkable achievements in their respective disciplines. The generous support of our donors to this scheme provides extra resources for the endowed professors to step up their excellent work in research and teaching with the ultimate goal of benefiting Hong Kong, the nation, and the world. In light of the success of the Endowed Professorship scheme, we also established the Endowed Young Scholars scheme last year. In partnership with our donors, this scheme aims to support and nurture promising early career academics to unleashing their full potential. This year, I'm proud to announce that PolyU is inaugurating 10 new endowed professorships, 1 endowed professorship converted from an endowed fellowship, 6 successive endowed professorships, 2 successive named professorships, and 4 new endowed young scholar positions. I'm pleased to share with you that this year's endowed professors and endowed young scholars specialize in a wide range of research areas, corresponding to the changing and growing needs of our society. These research areas include accounting and finance, aerospace navigation, civil engineering, data science, design, medical laboratory science, neuropsychology, smart buildings, spatial science, sustainable urban development, social services, and many more. I offer my heartiest congratulations to this year's endowed professors and endowed young scholars. I would also like to sincerely thank our esteemed benefactors for acknowledging the impactful contributions of our endowed researchers in their respective fields and bestowing much needed funding support to enable our scholars to further expand the frontiers of knowledge, science, and technology for the betterment of mankind. As you know, this year marks the 85th anniversary of our university. It is a time for us to share with the community our developments and accomplishments, and to redouble our commitment to world-class education and research. In addition to today's inauguration ceremony, I also hope to see many of you at our forthcoming anniversary event. Looking ahead, PolyU will continue to join hands with philanthropists from different sectors of the community and strengthening the link between academia and society at large in order to create synergies and advance cutting-edge research projects for the benefit of Hong Kong, the nation, and the world. Thank you.
多謝滕校長。Thank you, President. 勵學教授席及勵學青年學者席就職儀式現在開始。Inauguration of Endowed Professorships and Endowed Young Scholars will now begin. 香港可持續技術基金會會計及金融教授席 Hong Kong Sustained Tech Foundation Endowed Professorship in Accounting and Finance.
A lawyer by training, Professor Lu Hai-Tian started his tenure at PolyU teaching legal subjects related to business operations, such as security regulations, corporate governance, and social responsibility. Currently the Director of Mainland Development and Co-Director of the Center for Economic Sustainability and Entrepreneurial Finance. He takes great pleasure in being an interdisciplinary scholar, well-versed in law, finance, economics, and technology.
Working around the best minds across various disciplines helps me maintain the highest standards in my works. I also enjoy resolving the dilemma between sustainability and development for world betterment. Entrepreneurs may not always choose sustainability over profits, but all businesses need financing, so that we can use finance as an incentive to motivate companies toward green practices, such as clean energy and carbon trading. The Endowed Professorship allows me to sustain my research on issues with long-term strategic importance, such as the ethics of artificial intelligence or Bitcoin and carbon neutrality.
Hong 香港可持續技術基金會會計及金融教授席由香港可持續技術基金會捐贈。Hong Kong Sustained Tech Foundation Endowed Professorship in Accounting and Finance is endowed by Hong Kong Sustained Tech Foundation. 本校工商管理學院院長鄭大超教授工程師將宣讀捐贈者讚詞。Engineer Professor T.C. Edwin Zhang, Dean of the Faculty of Business, will deliver the donor's citation. 現在恭請香港可持續技術基金會主席黃炳忠先生站立。May I now invite Mr. Adrian Wang, Chairman of Hong Kong Sustained Tech Foundation, to rise.
Hong Kong Sustained Tech Foundation was founded with a mission to encourage groundbreaking research on sustainable technologies for environmental, social, and governance, ESG. The foundation offers grants, sponsorships, and scholarships to universities and colleges in Hong Kong, catalyzing collaboration between tertiary institutions and industries, and facilitating knowledge transfer of cutting-edge sustainable technologies. The foundation is committed to promoting public awareness of sustainable technologies and nurturing young talent in the ESG field. The foundation believes that sustainable technologies play a crucial role in formulating sustainable solutions that address economic and societal challenges at a global level. It attaches particular importance to the development of blockchain technology in sustainable development fields. The foundation also aspires to attract and unite companies and individuals that wish to foster Hong Kong's status as a green finance center, a hub where the best businesses, technologies, and education flourish, and a super connector between the East and West. Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Mr. Adrian Wang on behalf of Hong Kong Sustained Tech Foundation to receive a certificate of appreciation and present to you the appointee, Professor Lu Hai-Tian, for the appointment to this endowed professorship.
多謝黃先生，多謝陸教授，請就座。Thank you, Mr. Wang and Professor Lu. Please be seated. 安禮信土木工程教授席 Michael Anson, Endowed Professorship in Civil Engineering.
Professor C.S. Poon is a civil engineering materials specialist in turning waste into useful construction materials. His ultimate goal is to achieve zero waste, with a total recycling concept in green infrastructure construction.
We are producing too much waste that need proper management, but our Earth has finite resources. That's why I'm interested in upcycling waste to save valuable resources, while elevating the pressure on the landfills.
In the past 2 decades, Professor Poon has been working on several generations of eco-block, made from recycled glass and construction waste, which is widely used in Hong Kong as paving bricks on streets. Besides easing burden on landfill, it also depollutes the air. The award-winning invention has inspired many similar eco-friendly products worldwide.
It is my profound honor to receive an Endowed Professorship named after Professor Michael Anson, the founding dean of our faculty, and also a highly regarded academic with prestigious global standing. It provides resources for my team to propagate the research culture that Professor Anson championed early on, turning ideas into real solutions.
安禮信土木工程教授席由安保工程有限公司捐贈。Michael Anson Endowed Professorship in Civil Engineering is endowed by Able Engineering Company Limited. 本校建設及環境學院院長李向東教授將宣讀捐贈者讚詞。Professor Li Xiangdong, Dean of the Faculty of Construction and Environment, will deliver the donor citation. 現在恭請安保工程控股有限公司執行董事劉志輝先生站立。May now invite Mr. Daniel Lau Chi Fai, Executive Director of Able Engineering Holdings Limited, to rise.
Able Engineering Company Limited is a subsidiary of Able Engineering Holding Limited. Its main scope of business including local building construction project and repair and maintenance works. Able Engineering stand out in engineering and technical excellence, and it deploys the best practice with respect to environmental protection, social responsibility, trainee policy, and more importantly, safety and health in the workplace. Through the establishment of Endowed Professorship in Construction Health and Safety, Able Engineering recognized PolyU outstanding academics, and also to continue to improve the working condition of construction workers. Able Engineering is also established an Endowed Professorship in Civil Engineering, named after Professor Michael Anson, is inaugurated dean of the predecessor of the Faculty of Construction and Environment, as a tribute to his enormous contribution to the faculty. Able Engineering believe Professor Anson's inspirational and pioneer spirit can continue to influence every generation of academia. Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Mr. Daniel Lau Chi Fei on behalf of the Able Engineering Company Limited to receive a certificate of appreciation and present to you the appointees, engineer and Professor C.S. Poon, for the appointment of this endowed professorship.
多謝劉先生，多謝潘教授。Thank you, Mr. Lau and Professor Poon. 安保建造業健康與安全教授席 Able Endowed Professorship in Construction, Health and Safety.
Engineer Professor Albert Chen, Chair Professor of Construction Engineering and Management, cares very much about the safety and health of the construction workers.
Infrastructure and real estate have been the cornerstone of Hong Kong's economy, and construction workers are the unsung heroes, silently contributing to our growth story. Construction has been catching up fast with new technologies such as building information modeling, data digitization, wireless sensors, and the Internet of Things. In future, I believe it will remain a dynamic industry full of rigor.
Engineer Professor Chen has garnered countless accolades with his prolific research on health and safety measure for construction workers, including his anti-heat stress clothing, which was being adopted by the government as standard uniform for all government projects, and the second-generation cooling vest. The latest project is a heat stress model that has been licensed by a telecom service provider for construction workers to monitor their bodily condition.
The Endowed Professorship is an invaluable encouragement and recognition to my endeavors. I hope my research will keep on improving the working environment and well-being of those who work on construction sites, attracting new blood to this exciting field.
安保建造業健康及安全教授席由安保工程控股有限公司捐贈。Able Endowed Professorship in Construction, Health and Safety is endowed by Able Engineering Holdings Limited.
Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Ms. Daniel Lo Chiu Fei on behalf of Able Engineering Holdings Limited to receive a certificate of appreciation and to present you the appointees, Engineer and Professor Albert Chen, for the appointment to this Endowed Professorship.
多謝劉先生，多謝陳教授。Thank you, Mr. Lau and Professor Chen. 潘樂圖慈善基金數據科學教授席 Otto Poon Charitable Foundation Endowed Professorship in Data Science.
Professor Chow Jian Nong, Chair Professor of Distributed and Mobile Computing, has been practicing Chinese calligraphy since young. He considers it a great way to meditate, as he always thinks before putting down his first stroke. Coincidentally, this is also his approach to research and data science.
Chinese calligraphy entails planning and design, just like we are doing research in data science. We have to research extensively and think every detail through as we design a framework.
Data science optimizes resources, reduces costs, and makes smart and predictive decisions with advanced computing technologies like the Internet of Things, big data, wireless sensors, and blockchain. It is now widely applied in every aspect of life, including logistics, social media, banking, and engineering, making our life convenient and efficient. Professor Chow was also in charge of a food safety project that traces the origin and conditions of food to ensure safety and authenticity.
The Endowed Professorship is a major encouragement to us. It should help us delve deeper into the realm of data science and explore ways to make people's lives better.
潘樂圖慈善基金數據科學教授席由潘樂圖慈善基金捐贈。Otto Poon Charitable Foundation Endowed Professorship in Data Science is endowed by Otto Poon Charitable Foundation. 本校工程學院院長文孝忠教授工程師將宣讀捐贈者讚詞。Engineer Professor H.C. Mann, Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, will deliver the donor citation. 現在恭請潘樂圖慈善基金代表、安樂工程集團人力資源總監潘彩鳳小姐站立。May now invite Ms. Pat Poon, Human Resources Director of Endowed Engineering Group, representative of Otto Poon Charitable Foundation, to rise.
Otto Poon Charitable Foundation was founded by engineer Dr. Otto Poon, the founder and chairman of Endowed Engineering Group. Endowed Engineering Group is one of the largest electrical, mechanical, environmental, lift and escalator, and ICT companies that are based in Hong Kong. The group prides itself on innovation and technology with research and development operations. It also collaborates with universities in Hong Kong and the mainland to develop new technologies. Each year, Endowed recruits some 40 university graduates and some 30 apprentices from BTC to ensure a continuous stream of well-qualified engineers and technicians joining the industry. Not resting on its laurels, Endowed strives to offer most up-to-date technologies, excellent products, reliable and quality services to maintain and advance its leadership position. The establishment of the Endowed Professorships will hopefully strengthen the cooperation between the universities in new technology areas and for the group to better serve the society. Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Ms. Pat Poon on behalf of Otto Poon Charitable Foundation to receive a certificate of appreciation and present to you the appointee, Professor Chao Jing Nong, for the appointment to this Endowed Professorship.
多謝潘小姐，多謝曹教授。Thank you, Ms. Poon and Professor Cao. 潘樂圖慈善基金智能建築教授席 Otto Poon Charitable Foundation Endowed Professorship in Smart Building.
Professor Wang Shengwei, Chair Professor of Building Services Engineering, is an expert in smart building, a term that usually conjures up ideas of convenience, information technology, and user engagement. But under the threat of global climate change, sustainability also matters. Professor Wang thus champions a revolutionary idea of grid-responsive buildings that use energy flexibly, according to how much power is available from power grid and renewable sources such as wind turbines and solar panels.
During peak hours or when the grid foresees a decrease in power supply, these buildings would cut back on energy usage smartly without disrupting essential services.
Furthermore, thanks to the advancement of Internet of Things and 5G network, groups of small, smart sensors in a building can make real-time and more reliable decisions with distributed intelligence, without the need to relay data to a server.
The Endowed Professorship is truly an honor not only to me, but also to my team members. Apart from being a continuous source of funding for research, it also presents opportunities for the cooperation with the industry, making our buildings and our cities smarter.
潘樂圖慈善基金智能建築教授席由潘樂圖慈善基金捐贈。Otto Poon Charitable Foundation Endowed Professorship in Smart Building is endowed by Otto Poon Charitable Foundation.
Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Ms. Pat Poon, and on behalf of the Otto Poon Charity Foundation, to receive a certificate of appreciation and present to you the appointees, Engineering Professor Wang Shengwei, for the appointment to his Endowed Professorship.
多謝潘小姐，多謝黃教授。Thank you, Ms. Poon and Professor Wang. 潘樂圖慈善基金 城市信息學教授席 Otto Poon Charitable Foundation Endowed Professorship in Urban Informatics.
Urban informatics is an interdisciplinary approach to understand, manage, and design a city using systematic series and methods, which form the backbone technology of a smart city. In the future, it's our objective to make Hong Kong the hub of urban informatics. The Hong Kong SAR government is also committed to transform Hong Kong into a world-class smart city.
Professor John Shi, Chair Professor of Geographical Information, Science and Remote Sensing, believes science and technology make people's life better, and this is also the ultimate objective of developing smart cities.
The powerful 3D database we're building is to show the three-dimensional environment, such as position and surrounding environment, include temperature and spatial distribution of a population when you select a location in an app, similar to how we use the GPS and hotel apps.
The Endowed Professorship makes it possible for Professor Shi to help the Laboratory for Smart City and Spatial Big Data Analytics and the Smart Cities Research Institute, while paving the road towards a smarter Hong Kong.
潘樂圖慈善基金城市信息學教授席由潘樂圖慈善基金捐贈。Otto Poon Charitable Foundation Endowed Professorship in Urban Informatics is endowed by Otto Poon Charitable Foundation.
Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Ms. Pat Poon on behalf of the Otto Poon Charity Foundation to receive a certificate of appreciation and present to you the appointees, Professor Zhang Shi, for the appointment of this endowed professorship.
多謝潘小姐，多謝史教授。Thank you, Ms. Poon and Professor Shi. 楊曾永儀、曾永興腦神經心理學教授席。Yang Zhang Wingyi and Zhang Wenheng Endowed Professorship in Neuropsychology.
The brain is the command center of our body. Cognitive impairments due to brain injury or advancing age lead to poor ability for self-care and imposes a burden on caregivers and health and social care services. Without good health, both physical and psychological, longevity is no longer a blessing. The key to good mental health is social interaction, but this can be difficult for patients and older people with cognitive problems. If we can find ways to retrain their cognitive abilities, those individuals as well as society will benefit hugely.
Professor David Shum, Dean of the Faculty of Health and Social Sciences and board member of the Hospital Authority, has devoted his career to studying and understanding the human brain. He has published many books, psychological tests, and research papers on brain injury, aging in the brain, and cognitive impairment in rehabilitation. His expertise has also been featured in the mass media. The Endowed Professorship helps Professor Shum develop preventive training for the delay of age-related cognitive decline, which will help reduce rising demands for caregivers and care services as the world's population ages.
楊曾永儀、曾永興腦神經心理學教授席由楊兆堅博士及曾永興女士遺產捐贈。Yang Zhang Wingyi and Zhang Wenheng Endowed Professorship in Neuropsychology is endowed by Dr. Eddie Yang and the estate of Zhang Wenheng. 本校副校長研究及創新趙宇恒教授將宣讀捐贈者贊詞。Professor Christopher Chow, Vice President, Research and Innovation, will deliver the donor citation. 現在恭請楊兆堅博士及曾永興女士遺產代表曾啟源先生站立。May I now invite Dr. Eddie Young Scholar and Mr. Zhang Kai-yun, representative of the estate of Zhang Wenheng, to rise.
Madam Winnie Yang Zhang Wenyi and her younger sister, Ms. Zhang Wenheng, are two of the 8 children of the late Mr. Zhang Xiutim, a successful entrepreneur and a great philanthropist during his lifetime. After he passed away in 1972, the Zhang family honored his wishes by continuing to contribute to a wide range of charities, notably in education and elderly services. Inspired by their father's charity work, Wing Yi and Wing Heng believe that the young generations in Hong Kong should have access to world-class education and that elderly people have the right to lead a healthy and fulfilling life. The Endowed Professorship in Neuropsychology is established to commemorate their sisterhood and to realize their vision. This generous donation will encourage and support students and researchers to pursue study and research in the areas of neuroscience and neurological rehabilitation for the ultimate benefit of improving the lives of people with cognitive impairment. Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Dr. Eddie Young and Mr. Zhang Kai-yun on behalf of the estate of Zhang Wenheng to receive a certificate of appreciation and present to you the appointee, Professor David Shum, for the appointment to this endowed professorship.
多謝楊博士、曾先生及岑教授。Thank you, Dr. Young, Mr. Zhang, and Professor Shum. 紅黑協痛症管理教授席 Peter Hong, Endowed Professorship in Pain Management.
Professor Amy Fu, Associate Head of the Department of Rehabilitation Sciences and Director of PolyU Rehabilitation Clinic, is a scientist physician specializing in pain management, in particularly in tendons and joints-related pain. While teaching and conducting researches, she is also a practicing physiotherapist. Her clients range from senior citizens to elite athletes, including Li Lai Shan, Hong Kong's first Olympic gold medalist.
My academic research is informed by my clinical practice. When I interact with my patients, I gain first-hand knowledge on their conditions. The issues I encounter during consultations inspire me to develop new solutions for pain management and therapy.
Since 2008, Professor Fu has been repeatedly invited to care for our national athletes during the Olympics and conducted consultancy projects for Guangdong Sports Bureau. In conjunction with Housing Society, she also contributed to an AI-enabled smartphone app that analyzes walking postures among older people and identifies early knee degeneration.
The Endowed Professorship is an encouragement that truly fuels my academic passion. In the face of an aging population, I believe more people will benefit from further research on pain management.
紅黑協痛症管理教授席由紅黑協慈善基金捐贈。Peter Hong Endowed Professorship in Pain Management is endowed by H.H. Hong Charitable Foundation. 本校醫療及社會科學院院長岑浩強教授將宣讀捐贈者贊詞。Professor David Shum, Dean of the Faculty of Health and Social Sciences, will deliver the donor's citation. 現在恭請紅黑協慈善基金創辦人紅黑協先生站立。May I now invite Mr. Peter Hong, founder of H.H. Hong Charitable Foundation, to rise.
H.H. Hong Charitable Foundation was founded in 2018 by Mr. Peter Hong Hak Hip, Honorary Chairman of Hop Hing Group, an industry-leading enterprise primarily engaged in food processing, distribution, and retail. Mr. Hong embraces the mission of giving back to society. H.H. Hong Charitable Foundation spares no effort in supporting research on pain management by partnering with universities, establishing endowed professorships in pain research, and funding a pain research institute focusing on the prevention and treatment of pain. With this endowed professorship in pain management, the Foundation wishes to support talented researchers in advancing pain medicine and finding new treatments which are innovative, effective, and affordable to alleviate pain and improve the quality of life of patients. It also aims to arouse awareness and deepen the understanding of chronic pain illnesses, strengthen the support and healthcare for chronic pain patients, and inspire further researches and developments in this subject. Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Mr. Peter Hong Hak Hip on behalf of H.H. Hong Charitable Foundation to receive a certificate of appreciation and present to you the appointee, Professor Amy Fu, for the appointment to this endowed professorship.
多謝洪先生，多謝副教授。Thank you, Mr. Hong and Professor Fu. 鍾士元爵士精密工程教授席 Sir C. Yun Chung, Endowed Professorship in Precision Engineering.
Professor Yong Kai Leung, Chair Professor of Precision Engineering, specializes in applying precision engineering theories to developing precision robotics and sophisticated instruments for deep space missions. Apart from various projects for the European Space Agency, Russia, and China, he partakes in China's first Mars mission and Europe's Jupiter mission.
Deep space exploration instruments have the most stringent requirements in terms of accuracy, efficiency, quality, and stability. They pose the ultimate challenge in engineering context, and aerospace is the driving force behind a vast network of high-tech supply chain, giving all industry the momentum to upgrade and update.
Many technologies originally designed for aerospace were adopted for civilian use, such as GPS. Professor Yong's precision machinery was also translated into biomedical devices to benefit the public at large, including non-invasive microsurgery robot, plastic transdermal microneedles, plastic microchips, and micro-injection molding machine. He is also working on a unique agile pipe repair robot using balloon angioplasty mechanism.
Many people may not be able to relate space mission to their daily life. I would like to thank the donor for the Endowed Professorship, which serves to arouse public awareness on precision engineering and the paramount importance of space projects. Thank you.
鍾士元爵士精密工程教授席由鍾士元基金捐贈。Sir C. Yun Chung, Endowed Professorship in Precision Engineering, is endowed by the C. Yun Chung Fund. 文孝忠教授工程師將宣讀捐贈者讚詞。Engineer Professor H.C. Mann will deliver the donor citation.
The late Sir C. Yun Chung was an outstanding professional engineer and a successful entrepreneur. He dedicated 4 decades of his life to Hong Kong's political, economic, educational, and social development, making tremendous contributions to the society. Sir C. Yun began his endeavor of public services in the 1950s. He was a legislative council member and then an executive council member. In 1990, he took charge of the formation of the Hospital Authority. He went on to assume different roles in preparation of the establishment of the Hong Kong Special Administration Region. Equally devoted to the development of higher education, Sir Xi Yun was actively involved in the establishment of the Hong Kong Polytechnic in 1972. Sir Xi Yun passed away in 2018. In his will, a part of his residuary estate was designated to PolyU for the establishment of the Xi Yun Zhong Fund. In recognition of his staunch contribution to PolyU, 2 endowed professorships in precision engineering and renewable energy, respectively, were set up. Chairman and President, I have the honor to present to you the appointee, Engineer Professor Yong Tai Leung, for the appointment of this endowed professorship.
多謝容教授 ，Thank you, Professor Young。張心如空間科學教授席 ，Fiona Zhang, Endowed Professorship in Spatial Science。
Professor Wu Bo, Associate Head of the Department of Land Surveying and Geoinformatics and Associate Director of the Research Center for Deep Space Explorations, leveraged remote sensing and artificial intelligence to develop innovative 3D topographic mapping and geomorphological analysis technologies for celestial bodies. The technologies contributed to landing site selection in several national space missions, including Chang'e 3, 4, and 5 moon explorations, and China's first Mars mission, Tianwen-1.
I love traveling, and I'm amazed by spectacular works of nature. My research on 3D mapping and remote sensing helps me see other planets from afar. I'm so proud and honored that my research outcomes could play a part in national space missions, contributing to the betterment of the humankind.
Apart from space, his research also greatly enhanced 3D mapping performances on Earth. His novel integrated 3D mapping model uses images and laser scanning data acquired from aerial and ground platforms to achieve seamless coverage and centimeter accuracy, ideal for digital city modeling and smart city applications.
Scientific research is a meaningful job, and it takes us on a journey towards unknown territories and makes the world better. The Endowed Professorship definitely inspires me to think out of the box and explore new ideas.
張心如空間科學教授席由張心如女士捐贈。Fiona Zhang Endowed Professorship in Spatial Science is endowed by Ms. Fiona Zhang Sim Yu. 李向東教授將宣讀捐贈者讚詞。Professor 李向東 will deliver the donor citation. 現在恭請七星控股有限公司主席張心如女士站立。May now invite Ms. Fiona Zhang Sim Yu, Chairman of Forest Zone Limited, to rise.
Ms. Fiona Zhang is the Chairman of Forest Zone Limited, a company engaged in real estate investment, stock and goods trading, and entertainment production. Ms. Zhang is passionate about community service and philanthropic virtues. She has assumed many different roles in public service. Currently, he is convener of the Standing Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference in Nanjing, and an invited representative in All China Women's Federation, and also the election committee of the Hong Kong SAR government. Truly loving our country and Hong Kong, Ms. Zhang is devoted to promoting Chinese culture and supporting education causes. She has contributed to educational institutions of all levels in Hong Kong and mainland China. Ms. Zhang is a fervent support of PolyU. She is Honorary Life Vice President and a member of the governing committee of the PolyU Foundation. She is a PolyU University Fellow and was previously the co-chairperson of the PolyU University Fellow Association. Chairman and the President, I have the honor to invite Ms. Fiona Zhang Shu-Yu to receive a certificate of appreciation and present to you the appointees, Professor Wu Bo, for the appointment to this endowed professorship.
多謝張女士，多謝吳教授。Thank you, Ms. Zhang and Professor Wu. 信興教育及慈善基金康復科學教授席，信興 Education and Charity Fund, Endowed Professorship in Rehabilitation Sciences.
As a pioneering scholar in rehabilitation for Parkinson's disease, Professor Margaret Mack enjoys charting new territories, both as an avid traveler and as an adventurous researcher. Her curiosity about the unknown has fueled her academic endeavor in neurological rehabilitation.
In the 1990s, there was very little research on physiotherapy management of Parkinson's disease, and that piqued my interest. Medication and surgery may alleviate some symptoms, but they don't cure balance issue and fixing episodes that many patients experience. They need a holistic program to improve balance, walking ability, and to rewire their brain for motor skills.
Professor Mack's research covers exercises, transcranial magnetic stimulation, and wearables with laser or audio cues to help patients with freezing. Also, as a council member of the Hong Kong Parkinson's Disease Foundation, she strives to raise public awareness of the disease while encouraging patients and their family to stay positive and manage the symptoms actively.
I'm thankful for the Endowed Professorship as it provides valuable resources for us to explore more ways to improve patients' quality of life, including their motor, non-motor, and emotional symptoms.
信興教育及慈善基金康復科學教授席由信興教育及慈善基金捐贈。信興 Education and Charity Fund, Endowed Professorship in Rehabilitation Sciences is endowed by 信興 Education and Charity Fund. 岑浩強教授將宣讀捐贈者讚詞 Professor David Shum will deliver the donor's citation.
Shunheng Education and Charity Fund was founded by the late philanthropist Dr. William Mong in 1984. Its primary objective is to promote education and benefit society through teaching and research. The fund focuses on furthering educational courses on the Chinese mainland, Hong Kong, and overseas. Apart from setting up scholarships at local higher education institutions, it has provided major universities at home and abroad with funding for them to upgrade their campus facilities. It has also set up endowment funds as well as chair professorships at tertiary institutions to drive teaching and research excellence. Over the last 3 decades, the fund has contributed more than 1.6 billion Hong Kong dollars to meaningful initiatives and worthy causes that benefit education, medical services, sports, arts and culture, scientific research, and community services. Shunheng Group will continue to honor its obligations as a good global corporate citizen and do its utmost to contribute to society. Chairman and President, I have the honor to present to you the appointee, Professor Margaret Mack, for the appointment to this endowed professorship.
多謝麥教授 Thank you, Professor Mack. 歐雪明能源教授席 Clary Au, Endowed Professorship in Energy.
Chair Professor of Chemical Technology and Dean of Faculty of Science, Professor Raymond Wong is devoted to developing advanced materials for enhanced energy uses.
Energy crisis is a global problem. I'm interested in the conversion between light and electricity to facilitate the efficient use of solar power, which is a clean and sustainable energy source, and to conserve energy by introducing organic LED, which is an eco-friendly and large area light source that consumes little power.
His polymer solar cells cost less to manufacture than their conventional inorganic counterparts, while being more amenable to large area device fabrication and lighter in weight. His white organic LED, made with organometallic phosphorescent compounds, demonstrates power efficiency as high as fluorescent tubes, but without using mercury, which is harmful to people and the environment.
I'm honored to be awarded the Endowed Professorship. It advances my research and serves as a major recognition of my works. With lawful materials, I hope to meet the world's future energy demand with less environmental impacts.
歐雪明能源教授席由歐雪明小姐捐贈。Claria Au Endowed Professorship in Energy is endowed by Miss Claria Au. 本校副校長、研究及創新趙宇恒教授將宣讀捐贈者讚詞。Professor Christopher Chow, Vice President, Research and Innovation, will deliver the donor citation. 現在恭請歐雪明小姐站立。May now invite Miss Claria Au to rise.
A successful entrepreneur who has made significant contributions to the financial services industry in Hong Kong, Ms. Carrie Au is founder and major shareholder of the listed company CL Group Holdings Limited. She has substantial experience in socially responsible investments that bring positive impacts to society and the environment. Ms. Au is actively involved in voluntary and charity work. She was vice chairman of Yan Ngoi Tong. In 2010, together with Yan Ngoi Tong, she made a donation to PolyU to establish the Hong Kong Polytechnic University Yan Ngoi Tong Au Shut Ming Child Development Center for Giftedness, and has since played an active role in the steering committee of the center, which promotes the learning and development of gifted children. Passionate about improving the well-being of elderly people, she also made a donation to the Charles K. Kao Foundation for Alzheimer's Disease for establishment of the Yan Ngoi Tong Carry Out Elder Garden. Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Ms. Carrie Au to receive a certificate of appreciation and present to you the appointee, Professor Raymond Wong, for the appointment of this endowed professorship.
多謝歐小姐，多謝黃教授，請就座。Thank you, Ms. Au and Professor Wong. Please be seated. 楊建文資訊科技創新及管理教授席。Yang Kin-man Endowed Professorship in Information Technology, Innovation and Management.
Professor Lim Kai is a chair professor of Department of Management and Marketing, believes in solving real-world problems using theory. His strong interest in how emotions affect human rationality fuels his research on impacts of information technology in social, cultural, and corporate contexts.
Humans are emotional, and we don't always make rational decisions. A well-designed information systems take human cognitions and emotions into considerations to help organizations make choices in their best interest, encourages desirable behavior, and build trust among stakeholders.
Professor Lim wrote countless papers on online shopper psychology and behaviors, adoption of technologies in organizations, and even wellness technologies for patients and their family. Professor Lim is working on a medical device that tracks and analyzes vital signs of diabetes patients and persuades them to adopt healthy lifestyle according to their behaviors and personality types.
The Endowed Professorship provides a much-needed financial means for my field-based research that forges closest link among PolyU, mainland universities, and the international community, putting Hong Kong and China on the global map of information system management.
楊建文資訊科技創新及管理教授席由楊建文博士捐贈。Young Man Endowed Professorship in Information Technology, Innovation and Management is endowed by Dr. Young Man。本校工商管理學院院長鄭大超教授工程師將宣讀捐贈者讚詞。Engineer Professor T.C. Edwin Zhang, Dean of the Faculty of Business, will deliver the donor citation。現在恭請楊建文博士代表百恩光學香港有限公司資訊科技及項目副總裁蘇振中先生站立。May now invite Mr. Bernard Shi, Vice President, IT and Project Management of BL Crystal Hong Kong Manufacturing Limited, representative of Dr. Young Man, to rise.
Dr. Young Man, founder and president of BL Crystal Hong Kong Manufacturing Limited, is a locally groomed industrialist and a self-made entrepreneur. His company, founded in 1989, is famous for producing cover glass using high technology, boasting a client list of top luxury watch brands around the world. From 2004 onwards, BL Crystal has been making inroads into mass production of smartphone glass screens and is now the world's largest maker of its kind, winning the recognition of many high-end smartphone enterprises. With his laser-sharp vision, innovative drive, and business savvy, Dr. Young is now dubbed the king of touchscreens. Dr. Young has deservedly garnered a string of coveted awards, including Leader of the Year Award from Xingtao News Corporation and Industrialist of the Year Award from the Foundation of the Hong Kong Industries. Generously giving back to society, Dr. Young is an ardent supporter of worthy causes, especially higher education. Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Mr. Bernard Shaw on behalf of Dr. Young Man to receive a certificate of appreciation and to present to you the appointee, Professor Lim Kai, for the appointment to this endowed professorship.
多謝蘇先生，多謝林教授。Thank you, Mr. Shi and Professor Lim. 黃少華、黃福之產品設計工程教授席。Alex Wang Xiuhua, Gigi Wang Fukchi, Endowed Professorship in Product Design Engineering.
Professor Lee Gun-pyo, Dean of School of Design, has extensive experiences in leading global conglomerates such as LG Electronics and a unique vision that bridges the gap between education and the business world.
Hong Kong has its unique advantage to be an international design hub, only 30 minutes away from the Shenzhen, where many of the world's leading AI companies and production bases are located. We have untapped resources and opportunities in our backyard. Well, modern technology empowers people like never before, and everyone is a creator. While it is liberating, artificial intelligence or AI is also replacing designers in traditional sense.
In future, Professor Lee believes designers should treat AI as a partner and focus on building platforms that leave rooms for users to exercise their creativity and fill in their needs. With the Endowed Professorship, Professor Lee aims to explore and shape the paradigm of design education and research in the future, while fostering PolyU's role as a leading design institute in Asia.
黃少華、黃復之產品設計工程教授席，由科勁發展有限公司捐贈。Alex Wang Siwa, Gigi Wang Fukchi, Endowed Professorship in Product Design Engineering is endowed by Kingsflare Development Limited. 趙宇恒教授將宣讀捐贈者讚詞。Professor Christopher Chow will deliver the donor citation. 現在恭請科勁發展有限公司主席黃少華博士站立。May now invite Dr. Alex Wong, Chairman of Kingsflare Development Limited, to rise.
Kingsflare Development Limited is a leading supplier of kitchenware products. Dr. Alex Wong Siwa, Chairman of Kingsflare, is a visionary entrepreneur who bends on innovation and advanced technology to build an international kitchenware enterprise. He also sets store by giving back to society. Dr. Wong's passion for product design and conviction in corporate social responsibility are shared by his daughter, Ms. Gigi Wang Fukchi, the Executive Director of Kingsflare. Together, they actively participate in community services and events. Among the various charitable causes they support is the Chi Han Foundation, an organization serving orphans affected by AIDS. Dr. Wong and Ms. Wong have shown by example how commercial operations and corporate social responsibility can go hand in hand to create a vibrant and sustainable business. Their devotion to product design engineering, as well as their acumen and generosity, will be a source of inspiration for the community. Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Dr. Alex Wong Siwa on behalf of Kingsflare Development Limited to receive a certificate of appreciation and present to you the appointee, Professor Lee Kung Pell, for the appointment to this endowed professorship.
多謝黃博士，多謝李教授。Thank you, Dr. Wong and Professor Lee. 鄺美雲社會心理健康教授席 Colleague Kong Mei Wen, Endowed Professorship in Psychosocial Health.
Professor Hector Chong, head of Department of Rehabilitation Sciences, is best known for his holistic approach to rehabilitation that crosses the boundary between the East and West, covering healing methods as varied as aromatherapy and Qigong.
As professor of occupational therapy, I believe I was among the first researchers conducting scientific investigation on the psychological effects of the Qigong moves known as the 8-section blockades.
Professor Chung advocates preventive intervention in the community, and he also cares about psychosocial rehabilitation in mainland China and assistive technologies that make patients' life easier. His team is working in conjunction with Department of Applied Biology and Chemical Technology on a smartphone-controlled hat that stimulates cranial acupuncture points to delay the onset of dementia among the elderly.
The Endowed Professorship allows more freedom and flexibility on the use of funding, so that my team can creatively explore new options in integrative therapy to achieve better physical and mental health in the public.
鄺美雲社會心理健康教授席由鄺美雲小姐捐贈。Colleague Kong Mei Wen, Endowed Professorship in Psychosocial Health is endowed by Ms. Colleague Kong Mei Wen. 本校醫療及社會科學院院長岑浩強教授將宣讀捐贈者讚詞。Professor David Shum, Dean of the Faculty of Health and Social Sciences, will deliver the donor citation. 現在恭請鄺美雲小姐站立。May now invite Ms. Colleague Kong Mei Wen to rise.
Ms. Colleague Kong Mei Wen is a fervent supporter of public service. Among other roles, she is a Hong Kong deputy to the National People's Congress and executive vice president of Hong Kong Volunteers Federation. She was crowned Miss Hong Kong runner-up in 1982 and launched a successful singing career soon after, releasing more than 40 best-selling albums. In 2000, she founded and launched her eponymous jewelry brand, encapsulating the highest appreciation for life, art, and heritage as her brand philosophy. She received the 3rd Hong Kong Jewelry Manufacturers Association Outstanding Achievement Award in 2018. Fully committed to charitable causes and the education of young generation, Ms. Kwong has established 57 Kwong-Mei 1 Hope Schools in mainland China. In 2008, she was named among the Jiangxi top 10 philanthropists. Ms. Kwong has generously supported the development of PolyU. She is Honorary Life Chairman of the PolyU Foundation and PolyU University Fellow. Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Ms. Kwong-Mei 1 to receive a certificate of appreciation and present to you the appointee, Professor Hector Zhang, for the appointment to this Endowed Professorship.
多謝鄺小姐，多謝曾教授。Thank you, Ms. Kong and Professor Tang. 嚴默國中智能結構教授席 Yim Mak Kwok and Chung, Endowed Professorship in Smart Structures.
A structural engineer by training and an interdisciplinary scholar specializing in smart structures and materials by profession. Engineer Professor Ni Yiqing is an exemplar of lifelong learning who keeps abreast of the times by acquiring knowledge ceaselessly.
Civil engineering used to be a traditional industry. With the emergence of smart civil engineering structures, engineers need eclectic know-how in material science, electronics, and computing. Structures with smart sensors and fiber optics embedded now boast wireless 5G connectivity, allowing advanced composite materials to have self-sensing, self-diagnostic, self-repair, and self-powered functions.
Professor Ni's self-sensing rail safety monitoring system, first used in the Rio Olympics 2016, is now a vital part of Beijing-Shanghai high-speed railway. In future, his smart systems will be applied to all magnetic levitation trains in China and high-speed railways under extreme climate conditions, such as the one between Sichuan and Tibet.
As an endowed professorship is indispensable for establish a combination between scholars and donors and tapping into the synergy of industry-academic partnership for the betterment of our society.
嚴默國中智能結構教授席由游國輝工程師捐贈。Yim Mak Kwok and Chung, Endowed Professorship in Smart Structures is endowed by Engineer Yau Kwok Fai. 趙宇恒教授將宣讀捐贈者讚詞。Professor Christopher Chow will deliver the donor's citation. 現在恭請游國輝工程師代表麥淑卿女士站立。May I now invite Ms. Mak Suk Hing, representative of Engineer Yau Kwok Fai, to rise.
A civil and structural engineer by profession, Engineer Yau Kwok Fai is Executive Director of Able Engineering Holdings Limited. After graduated from Hong Kong Polytechnic, he pursued further study at Imperial College London and the University of London. Holding fast to his belief of giving back to one's alma mater and honoring one's teachers, Mr. Yao has been a stalwart supporter of PolyU. In 2015, he facilitated the establishment of the Endowed Professorship in Sustainable Structures and Materials by Vantage Charity Foundation and dedicated it to engineer Professor Goh Jianming as a tribute to Professor Koh for his guidance. In 2017, Mr. Yao set up on his own behalf the Endowed Professorship in Smart Structures and named it after his 4 secondary school teachers from the Guntong Government Secondary Technical School. With these endowed professorships, Mr. Yao honors his teachers' selfless dedication to their students and their great contributions to society. Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Ms. Mak Sok Heng, representative of Engineer Yao Kok Fai, to receive a certificate of appreciation and present to you the appointee, Engineer Professor Ni Yiqing, for the appointment to this endowed professorship.
May I now invite Professor Li Xiangdong, Dean of the Faculty of Construction and Environment, on behalf of Engineer Professor Ni, to receive the certificate of appointment. 多謝麥女士，多謝李教授。Thank you, Ms. Mack and Professor Lee. 高贊明可持續城市發展教授席 Ko Jianming Endowed Professorship in Sustainable Urban Development.
No matter what we do, our activity inevitably have impacts on the environment, and these impacts are intensified in urban setting. Pollution as an example. That is why it is important to find innovative solutions to the problem associated with high-density urban development, and to make our cities truly smart and sustainable.
An avid half-marathon runner and mountain trail hiker, Professor Li Xiangdong, Dean of Faculty of Construction and Environment, has always enjoyed being close to nature. Apart from his ongoing effort in monitoring pollution levels, tracing pollution history, and conducting health assessment, he is also keen on reducing and reversing pollution, as evident in his achievement in waste treatment projects and remediation of contaminated land using plants. His current study on how ultrafine particles, including pathogens and viruses, travel in the air would benefit public health in large urban populations.
The Endowed Professorship is an indispensable source of funding for this pioneer research area. While there's risk in this groundbreaking research area, profound opportunities also lie within.
Ko Jianming可持續城市發展教授席由盈信慈善基金有限公司捐贈。Ko Jianming Endowed Professorship in Sustainable Urban Development is endowed by Vantage Charity Foundation Limited. 趙宇恒教授將宣讀捐贈者贊詞。Professor Christopher Chow will deliver the donor citation. 現在恭請盈信慈善基金有限公司代表高贊明教授站立。May now invite Professor Ko Jianming, representative of Vantage Charity Foundation Limited, to rise.
Vantage Charity Foundation Limited was founded in 2015 by Vantage International Holdings Limited. Established in year 2000, Vantage focused on construction and maintenance works and other contract works in public and private sectors in Hong Kong. In recent years, the company engaged in property investment and development, as well as provision of finance services. Vantage's founder, chairman, and executive director, Mr. Ngai Jung Hong, is determined to help extend the frontiers of research in sustainable structures and materials. Initiated by Mr. Yao Kok Fai, an alumnus of PolyU, and with the full support of Mr. Ngai, this endowed professorship was set up by Vantage Charity Foundation to facilitate the research work of PolyU's Faculty of Construction and Environment, which echoes the Foundation's commitment to sustainable urban development. The professorship is dedicated to Engineer Professor Ko Jianming, former Vice President and Chair Professor of Structural Engineering of the university, in recognition of his contributions to education and the industries. Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Engineer Professor Goh Jianming on behalf of Vantage Charity Foundation Limited to receive a certificate of appreciation and present to you the appointee, Professor Li Xiangdong, for the appointment to this Endowed Professorship.
多謝高教授，多謝李教授。Thank you, Professor Koh and Professor Lee. 鄭易之製造工程學講座教授席 Chang Yik Chi, Chair in Manufacturing Engineering.
Professor H.C. Mann, Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, is renowned for his trailblazing role in the research of innovative manufacturing processes, such as laser welding and 3D printing, and the development of advanced materials, such as biocompatible coating for orthopedic implants.
Although Hong Kong has shifted to a service-based economy, manufacturing engineering is vital to foster our role as a regional hub for innovation and technology development. Low-value added productions have been phased out, but knowledge-intensive high-tech activities such as R&D, product and process innovation, design engineering, all these remain the core areas of growth into the 21st century.
Amid the COVID-19 pandemic, the Hospital Authority approached academia as protective gear for medical workers ran short. Professor Mann then leveraged his expertise in materials science and manufacturing to design 2 reusable face shields for healthcare professionals and the public, with extra short production cycle at low cost.
The Named Professorship allows me freedom in the allocation of funds for the exploration of new ideas. I look forward to further contributing to the economy with advanced manufacturing and materials technologies.
"鄭易之製造工程學講座教授席由已故鄭易之博士捐贈。Chang Yik Chi, Chair in Manufacturing Engineering, is endowed by the late Dr. Chang Yik Chi. 趙宇恒教授將宣讀捐贈者讚詞。Professor Christopher Chow will deliver the donor's citation.
Prominent industrialist and former chairman of the Chih Hua Jiang's Foundation, the late Mr. Jiang Yikchi made a donation to Hong Kong Polytechnic in 1992. In grateful recognition of Mr. Jiang's significant benefaction to the Polytechnic, a Jiang Yikchi Chair in Manufacturing Engineering has since been established. Today, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University pays tribute to Mr. Jiang for his past contribution to education and charity. Mr. Jiang did not have a chance to receive formal education when he was young. Yet through hard work, dedication, and determination, he built a very successful international industrial and business empire, the Chih Hua Group. He had clearly established himself as an epitome of success. His personal achievements and generosity deserve our praise and admiration. Chairman and President, I have the honor to present to you the appointee, Engineer Professor H.C. Mann, for the appointment to this named professorship.
多謝文教授。Thank you, Professor Mann. 崔德剛土木工程青年學者席 Choi Tek Kong, Endowed Young Scholar in Civil Engineering.
Dr. Joe Chow, Assistant Professor of Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, endeavors to improve the safety and sustainability of slopes and infrastructures, especially for pavements and pile foundations, by researching the fundamental behaviors of geomaterials. He won a number of prestigious awards for his excellent contribution.
Most civil engineering structures are supported by soils. Soil behavior is very complicated and affected by many factors, such as engineering activity and climate conditions. A good understanding of soil behavior is crucial to the design of structures. The Endowed Young Scholar scheme enables me to make groundbreaking discoveries in civil engineering, which is vital to the smooth operation of any modern city.
崔德剛土木工程青年學者席，由崔德剛教授工程師捐贈。Choi Tek Kong, Endowed Young Scholar in Civil Engineering, is endowed by Engineer Professor Choi Tek Kong. 李向東教授將宣讀捐贈者讚詞。Professor 李向東 will deliver the donor citation. 現在恭請崔德剛教授工程師站立。May now invite Engineer Professor Choi Tek Kong to rise.
Engineer Professor Choi Tek Kong, founder and manager director of TK Choi and Associate Limited, is an authorized person and a registered structural engineer and also a geotechnical engineer who has over 60 years of experience in construction field. Engineer Choi graduated from the Hong Kong Technical College with a diploma in building in 1959. He then pursued further study and received training in the United Kingdom. He was the first joint chairman of the Hong Kong branch of the Institute of Structural Engineers UK and a structure division of the Hong Kong Institute of Engineering in 1979, and was the council member of the Hong Kong Institute of Engineering in the early 1980s. Engineer Professor Choi was substantially supporting his alma mater over the years. He is the founding member of the PolyU Development Foundation and also a senior advisor for the president on major campus development project. He's also an elected outstanding PolyU alumnus and PolyU University Fellow. Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Engineer Professor Choi Tek Kong to receive a certificate of the appreciation and present you the appointee of Dr. Zhou Cao for the appointment of this Endowed Young Scholar. May I just adding on, Professor Engineer Choi, also the same age as PolyU, 85. Happy birthday to PolyU, happy birthday, Engineer Choi. He already denoted past month to PolyU and for the FCE fund. Thank you.
Thank you, Choi 教授，多謝周博士。Thank you, Professor Choi and Dr. Chow. 富麗慈善基金社會服務青年學者席 Thetis Foundation Endowed Young Scholar in Social Services.
Dr. Ada Fung, Assistant Professor of Department of Applied Social Sciences, is best known for her outstanding research on the early detection and prevention of dementia.
After diagnosis, treatment of dementia is challenging, and intervention is less likely to be effective. Detecting subtle symptoms at an early stage can help prevent its onset.
Dr. Fung leverages novel interventions that alleviate symptoms, slow down, or even prevent dementia progression. Her screening platform has shed new light on identifying subtle cognitive impairments.
I'm deeply honored to be appointed as Endowed Young Scholar. I will delve further into my study for the benefits of society.
"富麗慈善基金社會服務青年學者席由富麗慈善基金捐贈。Thetis Foundation Endowed Young Scholar in Social Services is endowed by Thetis Foundation. 岑浩強教授將宣讀捐贈者讚詞。Professor David Shum will deliver the donor citation. 現在恭請富麗慈善基金主席 杜軒榮律師站立。May now invite Mr. Charles To, Chairman of Feto's Foundation, Hong Kong Limited, to rise.
Feto's Foundation is a Christian faith-based private family foundation deeply rooted in Hong Kong. The grant-making organization aims to give back to society by endorsing and empowering non-governmental organizations. The foundation supports a wide range of NGOs of different scales and scopes of service. It recognizes NGOs that are genuinely engaged in serving the community and endorses their effort in the form of grants. Further financial support may be offered to them for scaling up their meaningful endeavors. The foundation has established Feto's Foundation Young Scholar in Social Services to support talented PolyU young scholars who are devoted to serving the community, particularly in the context of social services, an area that may not be attracting enough funding otherwise. Chairman and President, I have the honor to invite Mr. Charles To on behalf of Feto's Foundation to receive a certificate of appreciation and present to you the appointee, Dr. Ada Fong, for the appointment to this Endowed Young Scholar.
多謝杜律師，多謝馮博士。Thank you, Mr. To and Dr. Fong. 利民航空導航青年學者席 Named Endowed Young Scholar in Aerospace Navigation.
Dr. Shu Li Da, Associate Professor of Department of Aeronautical and Aviation Engineering, has made significant contributions to aerospace navigation, indoor positioning, and the use of global navigation satellite system positioning. His research successfully makes satellite navigation 10 times more accurate on smartphones using 3D building and multipath simulation models.
Urban lines cannot live without GPS, but navigation services are notoriously poor in densely built cities. Besides improving navigation accuracy, I'm also working on advanced navigation technologies for autonomous vehicles. The Endowed Young Scholar scheme gives me access to additional resources that fuel my passions in satellite navigation for the betterment of human lives.
利民航空導航青年學者席由理大科技及顧問有限公司捐贈。Named Endowed Young Scholar in Aerospace Navigation is endowed by PolyU Technology and Consultancy Company Limited. 本校工程學院院長文孝忠教授工程師將宣讀捐贈者讚詞。Engineer Professor H.C. Mann, Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, will deliver the donor citation.
Founded in 1996, PolyU Technology and Consultancy Company Limited, known as PTAC, is the strategic professional service arm and one of the knowledge transfer units in PolyU. Under PolyU's overriding principle of knowledge transfer, PTAC applies research, innovations, and expertise of the university through licensing and its consultancy service for the advancement of industries and serving government institutions and non-profit-making organizations. PTAC taps into the vast knowledge and expertise of more than 1,200 academic staff members across 29 disciplines at PolyU to offer first-class professional consultancy services to serve the innovation and technology needs of industries and society. Named Endowed Young Scholar positions were established with donations from PTAC. The Chinese character Li Ming, Lei Man, literally to benefit the people, are taken from PolyU's motto, to learn and to apply for the benefit of mankind. The naming thus reflects the objective to benefit society through knowledge transfer. Chairman and President, I have the honor to present to you the appointee, Dr. Shu Li Da, for the appointment to this Endowed Young Scholar.
多謝許博士 ，Thank you, Dr. Xu. 利民醫療化驗科學青年學者席 Named Endowed Young Scholar in Medical Laboratory Science.
Dr. Gilman Su, Associate Professor of Department of Health Technology and Informatics, an avid researcher on microbial genomics, has played a pivotal role in the formulation of anti-pandemic measures in Hong Kong amid COVID-19 outbreaks.
For containment of infectious disease, timing is crucial. That's why I strive to speed up the diagnostic process while improving its accuracy. I'm honored that my rapid genome sequencing technique is proven useful in tracking the source of COVID-19 transmission and stopping the transmission chain in timely manner.
The Endowed Young Scholar scheme allows Dr. Su to engage in more research that informs health policies and infection control.
利民醫療化驗科學青年學者席由理大科技及顧問有限公司捐贈。Li Min Endowed Young Scholar in Medical Laboratory Science is endowed by PolyU Technology and Consultancy Company Limited.
Chairman and President, I have the honor to present to you the appointee, Dr. Gilman Su, for the appointment to this Endowed Young Scholar.
多謝蕭博士 ，Thank you, Dr. Su。第4屆勵學教授席暨第1屆勵學青年學者席就職典禮完畢，請起立。The fourth inauguration of Endowed Professorships cum the first inauguration of Endowed Young Scholars is now concluded. Please stand.
I declare this ceremony closed.
請各位來賓保持站立，直至典禮行列全部離開會場。Please remain standing until the procession has left the auditorium.